Not too long after celebrating International Women's Day, none other than Kim Kardashian had the internet in a tizzy after a journalist at Variety asked her to give women entrepreneurs advice for success. Take a listen.
I have the best advice for women in business. Get your up and work.
Well, to the point. Now, whether you have Twitter or not, I know you can imagine the responses this advice received on social media. Here's one right here. We had to pull a couple of good ones up for us. This says, Variety, she was born with millions. Her sisters turned that into over $1 billion. She could afford to fail over and over again and still be richer than a majority of the world. Let's try another one here. It's easy to work hard when you work for pleasure rather than survival, when you're free to take a vacation or a mental health day whenever you like. There are points being made. Let's try one more here. Okay, this one was just funny. It says Kim Kardashian advice, giving business advice. It said something about don't be poor. Okay, so they're obviously making light of it. But to be fair, the internet wasn't completely against Kim. So you had some other people saying if all of Kim's success could be attributed to privilege, that would mean her siblings would also be billionaires. And then the chief communications officer for all of Kim's brands posted, Kim is right. It takes blood, sweat, and tears to start and build a successful business. And in her case, business says, I was not offended by this comment because it's what I do, and you shouldn't be either. Now, the reality is hard work isn't the golden ticket for every entrepreneur. That's the point some people are making, right? Project Diane, an initiative that collects data on Black and Latina women founders of companies, found that fundraising for Latina and Black women founders lags far behind the average startup founder. And of those founders who can get funding, only 30% are solo founders, while 70% are co-founders. That said, obviously working hard can't fix that. So here to help us have a discussion about what can help the average woman trying to build a business from the ground up is a woman who has done it. Janie Cooke is the co-founder and co-CEO of Oventure, the company responsible for creating the big O key ring that allows women to carry their belongings without their hands. Because if you're a woman, you always got 8 bags. I know I have like 800 bags I'm always trying to carry at once. So Janie is here. Janie, first and foremost, can you just tell me what is the best piece of advice that you have gotten as a woman trying to start a business?
Oh gosh, I've gotten lots of great advice, but I will say the one piece of advice I use every day is don't get caught chasing rabbits when you're looking for elephants.
Oof.
And that came from a former boss of mine, Sandy Chapman, Dr. Sandy Chapman at the Center for Brain Health. And really what it's doing is turning your to-do list upside down. Because I think one of the biggest challenges for women is our responsibilities really are overwhelming. What we're facing each day, you can wake up and think, how am I ever going to get through it?
Yeah.
Elephants are 2 things every single day that you pick out and you think, I'm going to put my highest thinking, my best of my ability, and my best, most productive time towards these 2 most important things today. And everything else is just a rabbit.
Yeah.
So I think you can end the day, and I've been able to end the day feeling at least some sort of accomplishment because I can get up and tackle 2 things, even when it feels overwhelming.
Yeah. And I know part of what you do is helping other women who are trying to start businesses get their business off the ground. When you're helping women, what is it that they tell you they need the most, or what have you noticed they need the most?
Oh, gosh.
Everything.
A lot of women, time. Where do we start? But the first thing is time, because women are so pressed with responsibilities. Oftentimes, they're juggling motherhood. They're oftentimes starting a business and juggling a second job. Their household responsibilities. So they need more time in the day, and they really need support from anyone and everyone around them that can help. I know when we started our business, I was working at another company when I started before I could afford and had the time to quit. And my family, my children, my business partners' children, our husbands, our mothers, everyone we could find helped contribute to get our business off the ground.
Yeah. And I do want to say, like, in this conversation, I obviously don't believe that Kim Kardashian had bad intentions in saying work hard. I wonder if you see pros and cons to the advice that she gave. Is it sometimes you need to put in the elbow grease, but then other times people are doing that and it still doesn't help them? What are the pros and cons to what she said?
Well, I think, frankly, you hit the nail on the head, because obviously the amount of time and effort and energy working hard is usually going to pay off with success or better achievements. But we all know in North Texas, we've experienced it, we've lived it, that you can work 9 to 9 every single day, 24/7, and you can be hit with a worldwide pandemic or the winter storms. And no matter what you do, no matter how hard you work, there's nothing that's going to change the outcome. And so I think that's where we have to really bond together and see how we can help each other and recognize that everyone's struggle is not the same.
Yeah. Janie, I want to thank you for coming here and making something that the internet is having a difficult conversation about, coming here, adding context to it for us from your personal experience. We appreciate you and all that you're doing as a woman in business. Thank you for your time.
I appreciate you, and thank you for having me, and thank you. It's all about giving women an extra hand, and you're doing that by covering this story. So I really appreciate the time to be here.
Of course. Thank you so much, Janie. Guys, we'll be right back.
Okay. You take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.